Yep, yep. What it does, what is poppin', what is crackin' like it, everybody? My name is CEO.
What it is, what it be is no dog in a place to be. Dan.
Oh, freestyling shit. It's Dahn the Rock Johnson.
There he is. Welcome to episode 78 of Bad Habits of Podcast, the first episode of 2022. We took a couple weeks off over the holidays, mostly because I got sick as fuck, and we were supposed to do this episode in person in Toronto. I couldn't do it, mate, and I didn't think it was fair. I was already giving my fucking chest aids to, well, Tiff gave it to me, I think. You didn't get
chest
it.
Aid.
Tiff mum didn't get it.
Imagine if they called it like chest aids on the news. So wouldn't that be more fun?
I think it'd be more interesting, though.
I could be like a South Park episode, and we're like living in it. That'd be really fun.
Kind of feels like
just
we
switch
are
it up
already.
for a day. Oh my
I'm
god,
done.
no, it's worse than that, dude. It's actually a traumatic horror movie, but you know, we should stick to the life side of like Mad Magazine does.
Yeah, that's really the intention here. We're not going to get into the realities of life as it is. We're going to be distracted by pointless shit like entertainment and rap and, you know, other nonsense. So, look, this is the episode, as you can tell by the title, this is the episode where we do our 2021 wrap-up. Like I said, we were supposed to do that in Toronto at the end of the year. But I don't know if I spoke about this last time, but I never really like it when people do all the lists before the year's ended. Because, like, what if the most fire single or the most fire album of the year drops on December 29th or something? Type shit, you know?
I mean, usually, don't like major labels have like a schedule for like big anticipated records?
They do, and most people don't drop music, to be fair, then. Like, you know, pretty much from the week of Christmas to the week of New Year. This week,
right,
there was some new stuff.
That would be amazing, though.
Why is it? What's amazing?
That would be amazing if somebody dropped something on the 29th and just like run up everybody's like list and was like, fuck you cunts. Like, that would be actually hilarious. I'd love to see that.
They potentially could because nobody else is doing it. So if someone came through with with like real fire, it's going to stand out because there's basically nothing else dropping. So it is plausible, unlikely, but either way, I don't think it's too late. I think that this is as late as we could probably push a 2021 wrap up. So we're going to go through. We did the same thing last year or in 2020. We put together a list of our, you know, of the different categories that we're all going to go through and rank our faves of the year. Thank fuck for this, this note when we write everything down. I was able to just go through all of the stuff and just pick from that, which is very convenient. Yeah. And then as it got towards the end, we had the Hip Hop by the Numbers list, so shouts to you again, bro, for doing that. So that worked out pretty good, but I put this together a few weeks ago. I think I just had some time and I put a bunch of stuff. So I actually thought it'd be a sobering way to do it. I put together two lists of all the people that we lost in 2021. First one is a list of artists, primarily, like, you know, rappers, singers, producers. So this is not in any particular order. I think it sort of is, but not completely. Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys, Bunny Wailer, DMX, Black Rob, Shock G, Biz Markie, Gifted Gab, Young Dolph, Slim 400, Kangol Kid, Leonard Hubbard, the bassist from The Roots, and Draco the Ruler. That was what I could find that I thought were under the banner of the music that we talk about here. And then other individuals from the culture that we would sort of talk about or be interested in that aren't necessarily musicians who passed. Virgil Abloh, Anthony A.J. Johnson, who was Ezel on Friday, Norm Macdonald, Michael K. Williams, Chucky Thompson, who was a producer from Bad Boy. He probably should be in the other list. No, I see that. Dieter Brummer from Home and Away for Aussies Might Know
That's a
What's
shocker,
Up.
isn't it?
Right? He was like 41 or something. Paul Mooney, Prince Philip, Jessica Walter from Arrested Development and Archer, the mum. Larry Flint, Dustin Diamond, who was Screech on Saved by the Bell. Cicely Tyson, Larry King, Siegfried Fishbacher, who is from Siegfried and Roy. And then, about 10 minutes before we went live, we just learned that Bob Saget from, what the fuck is it? Full House passed. They didn't say how. TMZ are never wrong, unfortunately. That's how we saw that Virgil died, I remember, and a bunch of other people. So there's no news. It's just breaking now. Pretty fucked up, man. Like, he was 65, which is, I don't know, that number kind of hits home. Our dad was 64. Yeah, it sucks. Which is much too young. Like, it's just ridiculous. But there doesn't seem to be any. I imagine he'd be trending. Here goes trending now. When I first saw it, he wasn't trending yet. But I don't see any news about what it was. I think they found him in his hotel room in Orlando. He was doing some sort of like a long tour, like up until May. Pretty fucked up, man. Pretty fucked up. So. Lots of legends out of here. What can I say, man? It happens every year, I guess.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's pretty fucked up.
Such a random, like, you know, I don't know how on his how he is on your radar, but like, I don't know, he pops up on the comedy stuff that I watch every now and again on YouTube, and like everyone talks about him or references him. He's still like active at the comedy shows and like in the Bay Area and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He's still working on his craft. He's just like a diehard stand-up dude. So, yeah, that's a tough one for sure.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we grew up with Full House. We, you know, like, I don't know if y'all watched the remake of it, Fuller House. It's pretty bad.
No,
it was.
No, rough. I wouldn't even want to like do that disservice to my brain and my memories, because I wouldn't want to like distort any of the good ones from the new shit ones.
It's a little too weird to watch, to be honest, because they're all old, and it's just like cheesy, and it's okay when it was in the 90s and it was cheesy, but like it's hard to
Same characters and shit?
Yep. There was one specific who wasn't there, and I forgot who it was. Maybe it was like Uncle Joey or something specifically wasn't there. I think John Stamos was in it. All the kids were in it. No! One of the kids... The Olsen twins might not have been in it. Fuck, there was like something that was really obvious that wasn't in it, and it was like call
character.
Yeah, but they had to make up a reason. Like, I don't know if y'all watched. If y'all watched Sex and the City from back in the day, I watched that when it came out, and then the new version, Samantha, that character, she's in real life got beef with them, and they had to make up this whole side story that she moved to London and then she's mad at them and stuff, and like they played it on because she was such a key character of that, and they did the same thing with Full House. Does it say who it was? Not in the TV show? Oh, it was John Stamos. He wasn't its main character. It was the biggest star in Fuller House. So he's still on it. But there was someone that's not in it that's like... Was it the Olsen twins? Okay, so maybe it's them I'm thinking of then. I just know it was somebody, and they had to make up a reason why... Because obviously in the show, it's one character. They're not twins.
That's right, yeah.
So like they had to make up a reason why that character's not around and stuff. I think those two girls...
They look too different now.
I mean, I guess everyone looks different, but then she was literally an infant or toddler on the show.
That's right, yeah. Like 3-4 years old, right?
Even younger. I think sometimes, I don't know if she was talking the whole time. She was just like a cute kid, and then because the show went so long. Yeah. So, anyways. So, yeah, rest in peace, Bob, and to everybody from 2021. So, did anyone want to just quickly, did anyone listen to music in the last couple of weeks? I didn't listen to much, to be honest.
I've only listened to
not a huge amount.
Just the Weeknd's new thing and Gunna's new thing.
What do you guys think? What do you think of? I had the Weeknd as well. What do you think?
It's alright. It's not too different to his last tape, so it was just sort of decent. It was good because his other tape is good in my opinion, but it's not much progression from that to this one. It's still good, but
it's like that 80s electro pop.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck it is.
I still like it, but it's just not.
All his music lately has been like that.
Yeah. It's just not that much into his last tape, so it's like. I don't really get much from it, but it's good. I still like it.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I haven't really fucked the Weeknd since the first stuff. Everything he's done
since Thursday.
Yeah, is that the third one? That was when they had the trilogy.
That was the last good one.
Okay, so that
or something like that. Anyway.
Well, I agree with you. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still getting over this bullshit.
So I saw fucking Timbaland. Maybe on IG Live, there was a snippet I saw on something else, and he was just praising the Weeknd's new shit. Like he literally said he's the new Michael Jackson. He said those words. Like he said, he said he was Michael Jackson. He's the new. I was like, what the fuck? Because like whenever man, I went to the fucking Apple store at the Eaton Center, which is the first time I've ever entered a mall in fucking like 4-5 years or whatever, because I get my iPhone checked out, whatever. And walking through the mall, they had one of the Weeknd songs, and I was like, what is this fucking 80s shit? And then I heard him sing. I was like, yo, that's the fucking Weeknd. Like, it sounded like I was just like, I was doing this fucking like 80s synth fucking little jig in my head, like some long head lout fucking disco cunt. Like, honestly, dude, I was like, he's just out of control. But yeah, Timbaland was praising him with all the utmost. So that was just weird.
My entire Twitter feed on the Thursday night was fucking circle jerking over it too. So I think for some reason...
After having listened, I don't know, man. I'm not down with the...
I was trying to keep it open mind. I went into it, yeah, same. I don't like the 80s sounds. I don't. This is not for me. But when Tiff was playing it, I was like, oh, that's not bad. There was like half of it. I was like, I don't hate this. But overall, you can make some noise. Oh, it's too loud. Okay, just trying to make some noise. But overall, it's like it's not for me. I don't think it's shit. I just think it's like. But
you can hear it once and be okay with it.
The problem is we're never going to hear it once because they play this shit fucking everywhere. And it's
goodness.
But you know what? There was like
so I won't listen to it. I'll hear it all eventually. Is that what you're saying?
Honestly, yes, you absolutely. If you leave the house,
sweet,
you'll probably hear it. You go to the supermarket.
I'm trying not to, believe me.
Yeah. So you know what? It'd be actually funnier to try and avoid it.
I think so, because then it might be actually like brand new to me in a month or something.
And you might not hate it. You might think it's alright.
Might not hate it. I don't know. That's happened before. I definitely know what you're getting at. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, please do. And how was the Gunna album?
It was really good. Like really good. Like I saw a couple people saying it's no skip. But it's like it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But like it's not no skip.
All I saw about it was there was a diss to Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, I saw that, which was quite interesting. There, but then I didn't really see
what the big deal was. It was just them.
I didn't really know much about it, but like in terms of the album, like it's pretty good. I actually liked it a lot. A lot of features from Future and Lifebug and My Baby. You didn't really expect to be on this kind of project, but like it's good. I liked it. Definitely one that I downloaded and have listened to multiple times. It's good. Okay, I like it a lot.
Dope. I'll check it out. There was a couple other singles that looked interesting to me on the release radar, but I just didn't get around to it. So and also because I thought this week we were talking about the other stuff. So with that said, shall we get into our list of top shit of 2021?
Yes.
So we all have them separately here. Let me pull mine up. So the first list... I basically took what we did last year, and I think I added a couple of stuff or tweaked a couple of things. So the first stuff is all sort of about some of our favorite music of the year. So the first category is top 5 albums of 2021. Sorry, top 5 rap albums. Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
Rap albums.
Yes. You know what? Dan can start because he's the littlest.
Do it.
Cool.
Get it, littlest.
I'm taller than you.
I know.
I base mine off my Apple Music replay. So what I listen to the most. So factually, this is what I guess I consider the best 5 because I listen to it the most.
Okay. That's a good metric. I like that.
Yeah. So I have CLB is number 1.
Okay.
Donda number 2. The Off Season number 3. Dave All Alone Is Together and Heady Ones Who Love Knowing Good.
That sounds very much on brand.
5. Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's so Dan list.
That is like very much me.
If you read that list, it'd be like Dan picked it.
Yeah.
And you're like, we shuffle them around, and we're like, guess whose list is who? And we're like, that's obvious. Like the Heady one gives it away. If you didn't get it already, then Heady one will nail it home for you. I think that's
basically that would be it.
And if
it was a game, it was a gimme.
Basically. Okay, nice. The good one. No, you're the next little list.
All right, mate. I had no fucking clue what came out, so I had to Google it, see what's good.
Did you go through the
list? So
I should have told you to go through the note because it's all there.
Oh, is it?
In the note, like everything's on the note.
Everything. J. Cole, Off Season, Donda, CLB, Tyler the Creator, And I put in an honorable mention to Doja Cat's Planet Her, which has actually got a couple of bangers on it, and I just appreciate her, and she's quite gangster.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, so if I accidentally just unplugged the thing, it's fine. Okay, good list. So there's an album that both of you forgot and I'm a little mad about. Do you remember this album called Relentless? Wow, with Be Your Own.
I'll say okay. So easily, I'll just replace. Just back up. Give me a 2 seconds replay.
Whoa.
I'll get rid of Doja Cat and then chuck in C Feezy.
He put Doja Cat.
Relentless.
Wow. You know what they say? It be your own, and it really be your own.
Yo, mans. Yo, fam.
Wow.
That's really
Wow. Well, at least you swapped it out. Unlike some.
Right.
Wow.
You're number one.
Okay.
That's right.
I just refreshed my page as number one.
Okay, you better. I had D-Smoke Black Habits Deluxe, which came out this year. I think the original came out the end of last year.
Oh,
sorry.
You little fuck.
I keep saying as if we're in 2021. Be filming.
Can you do that?
I thought it was a little cheeky, but I couldn't find anything else, so that's why I put it here. Donda, Nas and Hit Boy, King's Disease 2, and Smokewell, the Northern Lights tape. Because
my god,
we were on that too. And it's actually a really dope rap album. Notion Mix and Master, the whole thing. So wow. So basically, wow to you both. Fucking wow.
Wow to you both. And I'm just gonna bow my head in shame and be like really upset with myself.
It's okay.
It's
all right. I'm not surprised. Because I knew it would be your own. So I knew it would. All right. Good ones. Next one. Top 5 R&B albums of 2020.
Well, this is good.
So you had none.
I didn't put any because I don't really listen to a lot of R&B. A lot of R&B that I listen to is just old.
Okay.
I don't
There's nothing new.
I don't really listen to R&B.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, shit.
Well, you got to be authentic. I'd rather you say that than bullshit it. Nosh, what do you got?
All right, mate. I'm gonna come through. So, back in my mind from her,
Nice.
she is the gal. She's the gal singer in my life. Jasmine Sullivan, Ho Tales. Absolute crack because Jasmine just do what it do. Silk Sonic. This is no order, by the way. Silk Sonic, and then Lucky Days, Table for Two, and then I couldn't think of anything else, and I just went with Kirby, Sis He Ain't the One album. I kind of like flicked through that and was like, whatever. Like she's fire anyway, so I was happy to chuck that in I guess the bottom spot if there was one.
You know what? I got three-fifths of my list is the same as yours. I had Jasmine Sullivan, Ho Tales, Lucky Day, Table for Two, Silk Sonic, and Evening with Silk Sonic. The other two I had was Charlotte Day Wilson, Alpha. She's from, I believe, from Toronto. She's great. And, of course, that none of you did, Justin Bieber, Justice, the complete edition. Because the complete edition...
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I forgot. Let me revise my list.
Fucking
oh, wait, I've already done it. I'm so
dipshit.
No do-overs. You can't do 2 in one episode.
Fuck. Yeah, but I think it's a bit cheeky like the last one. I think the original album came out in 2020, but the complete edition, which was the third deluxe version, because they had the deluxe, another one, and then this one, so they were milking this album. That's how I got away with it. So, once again, there was an album I enjoyed a lot. So, all right, so that's the album so far. Next is top 5 songs of the year, rap. I had a lot of trouble with this one, to be honest.
I use my Apple Music replay for this.
Okay,
well.
What'd you got?
So this is like most played for me. Number 1 is J. Cole featuring 21 Savage and Moray, My Life. Number 2 is Off the Grid, Kanye West and Fivio Foreign, and Playboy Cardi as well. Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar, Family Ties. Dave, We're All Alone, and Drake featuring Future, Into Deep.
Alright.
Those are my top 5.
Sounds accurate. So you use data once again.
Yes.
For that. Okay. Mm-hmm. You like that? No, sure you got.
Yeah, I actually didn't answer this one. I'm looking at my thing. I didn't copy
That's okay.
it and paste it into my other note. I don't know. Off the top, I have no fucking clue because I don't remember what I did this morning. So I really don't know what I listened to in the last year. I don't have data like Dan's talking. I don't know fucking like my iTunes ain't fucking. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I got no man, so I'm gonna tap right the fuck out like this shit cunt.
You're good. So I went through the note. Basically, all my answers are through here. So for me, I had a lot of trouble with this because there wasn't any standout songs that I thought were just amazing in rap, and that was kind of weird. So I was a little lazy with it. So at the time, a brand new song came out, and I liked this more than anything. Cordae and Lil Wayne, Sinister. Really like that joint.
That's cool. Yeah.
This other kid, Notion, Place I Know, because I represent. I'm the only one representing for the squad.
Represent.
I'm not. This is kind of weird to put your own shit, but I put me and Dave, Old Ghosts, off Smokewell shit because that's
an absolute cracker.
I just think it's a phenomenal song, and everyone, Smokewell told me that everybody said that's their favorite when they asked him about the album. And then this is super lazy on my part. I put Kanye Praise God and Kanye Jonah because they were my two favorite songs off Donda. But I was just looking through, and I just didn't have I was trying to see if there was something from Russ that I really liked, or a Benny the Butcher joint. But I really honestly listened to everything once. That was kind of it. I just didn't listen to a lot of songs, and Sinister was the newest one. That was one song I gave it 3 or 4 plays, and then obviously Our Shit Is Fire, and Kanye. Those 2 songs were just the ones I played the most from the album. So I found it a little tough as well. But it doesn't mean there was shit songs dropped.
That's true.
In 2021, it was just didn't have any standouts for me personally. So, all right. Next is obviously top 5 R&B songs of 2021.
Yeah.
So, Daniel,
I couldn't.
you couldn't? Oh, because you don't fuck with R&B. See, look, it's okay. No, see, Dan has the second.
I love R&B, but I just
not new stuff.
Yeah, I should listen to a lot of new R&B. I don't know why.
Okay. Nosh, did you have this one?
So then, any of the songs from the top 5 albums that I mentioned. So anything from her, Jasmine, Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open, Cracker. I can't think of any of the actual song names from Lucky Days Table for 2, but anything from that. Also can't think of any of the songs from hers back in my mind, but anything from that. So that'll,
Got it. Okay, no props. I ended up having 7, but I cut it down to the 5. So I had Callie Technis, Colors. She's I've talked about that song. That was probably probably one of my most played songs of the year. Another one on my own dick this year, Jonathan Emile, Chanda Holmes, Keisha Fresh, and myself, Liberation Remix. Thames and Brent Fayez, Found. Banks, Skinny Dipped. And Regard and Quab's, Signals. I think that was my other biggest song played this year. And the other 2 I took out because I thought they were too obvious, was Brent Fayez and Drake, Wasting Time, and Snow Allegra, Lost You. I think those 2 were fire, but I took them out because they were too obvious. I thought the other ones deserved more love. All right, 2021 MVP, the artist of the year. So the artist that you feel that made the most impact, that had the best run, best anything, artwork, shows, rollouts, merch, whatever it might be. Overall artist that you think is the MVP of 2021.
I think in terms of, I put Kanye West because his rollout in the album, everything was sick. The album wasn't disappointing, even though he did a massive rollout and everyone's got mad expectations, and it dropped and it was still sick. It was really good. And in terms of consistency, I guess Russ should be up there as well because he released a song every week.
Plus album.
He did a lot too. But I'd say if I could single it down to just one person, with Kanye.
Great answer. Nosh.
I just wrote down a bunch of names. I kind of treated it like a top 5 list, but just didn't really have an order. But I don't know. I did have Kanye on it, so I guess that makes sense. He did have a fucking stupid, ridiculous, artsy, prolonged rollout, which was cool and whatever. So I had Drake, Russ, Tyler, Jack Harlow, and Cordae.
Good list. Really good list.
Because I don't know, they're all. I mean, yes, a couple are spilling over from the previous year, but whatever. That's all I had now. That's the notes that I had for that. I guess Kanye. I agree with you, Dan. That would have to be the overall because he's fucking. He's a powerhouse and he always does shit mad proper and intricate. So I probably stick with that.
Beauty.
That list.
Beauty.
Kanye, but honorable mentions.
Okay, I like that. I also had Kanye, obviously. The rollout itself was impeccable. That they, were filling stadiums for listening parties for an unfinished album, completely unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped his collection with Gap, Yeezy Gap collection last year, with the jackets and the hoodies. And the hoodie's by far the best hoodie I've ever owned. It's incredible. Like you just said, Dahn wasn't disappointing when it really could have been with that level of hype and rollout. Where I still feel like it's not as bad as I initially thought, but CLB had a lot of hype around it and kept getting pushed, and I felt like all of that hype didn't do it any favors, whereas Donda lived up to the hype, which was dope. His interview run, where he was on Drink Champs and doing a few different interviews, was super interesting. I also enjoyed that he waited almost all year to even talk. He didn't say a fucking word. So we were like, does he even know about COVID, or does he know that people are saying all this stuff about Killer? And when he was on Drink Champs, you're like, all right, he knows about this stuff, because he didn't say a word. And even at the concerts, like at the listening parties, didn't say a word. He's just there, just like walking around, hyping up the crowd. Fucking crazy. He had the distinctive style once again. He had like these sort of older white dude sunglasses with the hoodies, and then the big gumboots like up to his knees, which must be horrible if you're wearing them in LA or Florida or some shit. What else did he do? So he had the fashion stuff. I guess he had the breakup with Kim, which is pretty not obviously good, but it was a part of the story that he had. And then the Pete Davidson stuff, and now he's dating this new chick who's apparently some actress. So it's a big deal. I never heard of her. What else did he do that was cool? I just feel like it was an interesting time for him, and to still be able to come through and drop stuff. Now he just signed the deal. He posted, I think yesterday or the day before, the deal with Yeezy, Gap, and Balenciaga. So they're going to do affordable 3-way collabs, which is going to be interesting. See how StockX treats them, because they won't drop it in Canada, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. So shouts to Ye came through. Oh, and he changed his name to Ye.
Oh yeah.
So we have to remember that.
Boss move.
Which is pretty cool.
Is it really though? Does he need to do that?
Does he need to? No, but did he do it? I believe so. I think he actually did it via documentation, like actually changed his name by government and changed it to Ye. Which is...
That's disrespectful to his mum, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that too. And it's like, why can't people just call you Ye? Do you really have to change it?
I was gonna say, on documents, do you have to do that, bro? Isn't that is that a tax thing? Or is he fucking?
No, it wouldn't be a tax
is
thing.
That just him being crazy or fucking straight?
Yeah, it's him being eccentric and weird. It's unnecessary,
Goodness.
But gets on his vibes. So, all right.
Okay.
So, looks like we're all pretty aligned on that one. The discovery of the year. This is more of a personal thing. What was an artist that you discovered last year, 2021, that you thought was just sick or has a lot of potential? So this is an artist that you heard of for the first time, not someone from...
So it doesn't can it be an older artist I just didn't know about?
Correct. If you discovered it last year,
yeah,
I think that is completely fair for the answer to this question.
Cool. I put Jizza, Liquid Swords. That was my biggest discovery.
Fuck yeah.
And it's one of my
crazy.
top played albums.
That was from the thing where we were saying listen to old albums, and you actually listened to it, and you were playing it in Toronto.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite albums. It's great. I listen to it all the time. It's sick. So yeah, that was my discovery of the year.
That's a good one, because I'd say most people wouldn't. I had a newer artist for my one, but I think that's an interesting approach for it. Even if they're an old artist, you're and you finally got put on, you're yo, what the fuck? Where they been my whole life?
Exactly that.
Did you have anyone, Nosh?
Honestly, I didn't, but I'm...
Heady one.
I can't, I wrote down Chiro as in chiropractor because I've been going to the chiropractor, but I have no music things. I honestly couldn't even tell you. I'd have to Google something. I have no
that's
idea.
okay. Don't force it.
I'm surprised you didn't say Heady one.
Yeah. To say who? Oh, fucking hell.
I'm very surprised.
I mean, I knew about him a little while. It wasn't just this last year, was it?
I reckon you told us about him in 2020 for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, so otherwise, obviously he's the MVP, best discovery in 2020, obviously.
100%.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Good ones. I had Thames, the singer from the
She's
Essence joint with WizKid, because she had a phenomenal EP which I probably should have put in my top R&B albums if now I think about it, but I had more, so that her album should have been in there, but she was just a great discovery. I love her voice, love her vibe.
She's on really big, like she's got big features, yeah. As in, like she's
working with a lot of big
on
people.
Drake's album, she's on Dave's album, WizKid's album, like really big artists. Like,
yeah, she's out here, man.
insane.
So I think she's great. I'm looking forward to. I hope she drops a full length this year. I would be surprised if she didn't. So that was dope. Alright, the best Verzuz battle of 2021. This was something we obviously did for 2020 because it came out then. But it didn't stop all year. There were a bunch of very interesting ones. That some of them were funny, some of them were ridiculous, some of them were just great. Did you have any?
Easily, LOX first Dipset for me.
Oh,
That's easy.
Yeah, the best.
Very easy.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like it was insane. Jadakiss was unreal. Like
Go.
yeah, literally go level performance. And I don't see anything like that on Versus. It was insane. But yeah.
Love it. Good one. Nosh.
I had the same thing, Lox versus Dipset, with a honorable mention to D'Angelo and Friends, which wasn't really a battle, but that was just excellent. And Fat Joe and Ja Rule, and I love Ja Rule's everything. He just fucking smashed fucking Fat Joe in a fucking head top with his drawn-on beard. So that was great. That was my backups. But yeah, Jadakiss ran the show with the Lox, and that was the winner.
Great one. I basically had the same. I had the equal first between Dipset and Lox and D'Angelo. Just because the D'Angelo one was like just dope,
Proper.
but it was just like a mini show. Like you said, it wasn't
It's like
really
a concert,
battle.
yeah, 100%.
But the Dipset Lox one was like a cultural moment that
It was mad.
people really like, you know.
And Jadakiss is
Talked
all over
about.
my Twitter.
Yeah,
All over,
Jadakiss
like-
everywhere. He's featuring them with all new people now. I feel like he put his price up. It probably would have made mad streaming money. Like he had a great year from that. And obviously he'd already done the first one solo with Fabulous as well, which was iconic because he was drunk as fuck. This time he was just on point as fuck, and like that Lux just showed how, you know, real bars are, how important bars are. Dipset was still good, but they didn't have the same, you know, tightness, cohesiveness as Lux did.
Yeah.
And if I want to say like maybe a third honorable mention, it would probably be the Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia one, just because of the fight, because it's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, true. That was wild.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I was watching. I couldn't believe it was like
Duffers.
yeah, just crazy. Busy Bone was off his head. I love it. Okay, so I don't know if we did this the year before, but I added this category in because I had too many answers to it, which I shouldn't have. But disappointment of the year. Whether it's an artist, a moment, an album, anything. Like, did you have something or someone that y'all were like hella I've got like 4, and I probably missed some.
I just put the Travis incident.
Astro World?
Yeah, the Astro World incident. That's all I put.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Fuck.
And who you disappointed in? Whoever's responsible?
The whole thing, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not any individual. It's not just Travis' fault, but like there's a collective of individuals, and they made the whole thing. Couldn't like I know about Astro World and it looks sick, but like it makes people not want to go to that shit. So
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, they fucked up pretty bad. That's just a really good answer. Did you have anything, Nurse, that just disappointed you and you were like kissing your teeth?
Well, I guess the Astro World shit, but like I wrote just like everyone's government / COVID fucking up everybody's fun.
I like that. Yep, governments, everyone, doesn't matter how you feel about any of the elements of it. I think we could all agree that governments essentially across the world, with the exception of something like Japan did a great job from what I can tell, and I think there's a few others, but everywhere else is royally fucking it up and they're ruining everybody's lives. It's not a great time in human history, but, you know, we shall leave it there. So I had artists that I was disappointed because of their projects. And these are 4 artists that I fucking love. Like, I really, really love these ones. And I don't like saying this at all. But I gave... You know how these day and age, for the most part, like I said, even for me with the rap, like, I listened to basically everything once. There's hardly anything I gave more of a chance except for Donda, obviously, CLB, and a few other things here and there. But for the most part, we all just kind of get through it, listen to it once, like, oh yeah, cool, and that's kind of it. Mostly because there's just not enough bandwidth to keep listening to the same shit over to really live with it, which sucks for artists like us that are independent, and we need people to give it more of a crack and to play it more, because we have less plays overall, whereas Drake's getting hundreds of millions of plays, we're getting thousands of plays, independent artists, if they're lucky. And, you know, we want that to translate to a bit of income and a bit of opportunity and playlists and stuff like that. So these 4 artists, all of them are R&B, because I listen to more R&B than rap music, just because it's hard to listen to rap when I'm doing shit, so I just don't listen to it as much. So the 4 artists and their albums, this is because of their albums. I'm not disappointed in the humans. They're all wonderful, but the project. So Adele, the new Adele album, listened to that at least 5 to 10 times. I just couldn't get into it, man. Like, I just really
Really, eh?
Yeah, just wasn't feeling it. I really feel like I'm like one of the only ones. Like, Tiff she didn't like it at first either, and then it seemed to grow on her. I really love Adele. I got some albums on vinyl. I was listening to 19 when it came out in like 2009. Like, I was into Adele from the very beginning. And yeah, like, no, I just wasn't feeling it at all. Georgia Smith's new album, listened to that a bunch. It was just boring, man. Like, I'm like, fuck, she's so brilliant. Everything she's done, I've loved, and just couldn't mess with that at all. Another one, Neo, seen her live 2 or 3 times. All her projects, phenomenal. The first 2 albums, this is her 3rd album, and this is her first one back from motherhood. So she had a kid, and now she came back. And there's a couple joints, obviously. And look, to be fair, on all of these albums, there's a couple joints. It's not fucking 100% shit, but I wanted to love the album to the point where I'm just like, oh, if I don't want to think, just put that album on, because I know the Neo kills it all the time, so put it on.
Gotcha.
Listen to all of these albums at least 5 to 10 times, because I want to desperately to love them. Wasn't feeling that, and the last one was Snow Allegra's one, the Temporary High and Violet Skies, whatever it was. Just couldn't do it. You know, Lost You. That's also why I took that song out of my top 5 R&B, because she had to do Disappointment of the Year. But all her other albums, like, she was my number 1 played for a couple of years in a row on Spotify and stuff. And yeah, man, couldn't do it, unfortunately. Just wasn't for me. So disappointed in those projects, but obviously 4 of the most incredible artists making music today. All right, last category is just moments of the year, cultural moments of the year that were important,
nice, that
were funny, that were sad, that were, you know, important. Is there anything that stands out? Just shit that happened in 2021? We're like, ooh, I forget that.
I'm probably just thinking more, but I put the Free Larry Hoover concert.
Oh, good one.
Drake and Kanye. It was great. Like, it was sick. Obviously it could have been better, but like it was still sick. Like, it was a sick moment to see that they're friends as well. Just to, like, for them just to perform together. Like, literally the week before they were hating on each other. Now it's like they're just performing together randomly. So it was sick.
Yeah.
And another one I had was just Jadakiss. Just how sick he was. How sick he was in the fucking Verzuz. Like,
25 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally that. And I should probably have more, but I'll probably think on in terms of more shit.
Okay. Those were both great. Nosh, got anything that was good, bad, memorable in any shape or form?
There's a couple good ones. I think I've got 3 or 4. The Tim Biebs campaign. You know,
I should have
figured. I figured you wouldn't have thought of that, but you know, Biebs.
Great.
And then also because I googled like what the fuck happened. You know, there was some website that had a list of like 100 moments of the year. Guess what number 100 was? I'm going to read it verbatim.
Please.
Justin Bieber not wearing the merch in his Tim Hortons campaign commercial, and there's a link to the thing. So he doesn't wear any of his merch in the campaign. And
Can I comment on that really quickly? The video has him and a person from Tim Hortons sort of reenacting them coming up with the flavors. So
yes,
they hadn't even made up the name yet. So like they were like Bieber balls, Tim Biebs.
Yeah,
They
because
were
it's like pre.
It was like a
Pre-production.
fake. Yeah. So then why would he wear it? Because it makes no sense to him to wear it because
That's why I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, why would they say that? Because
okay, so you're right. You understand.
The whole ad is geared to be like in a meeting room developing the idea, but like these people like you not wearing the merch.
Yeah, that's silly.
That's an internet silly thing. I thought it was lols, but anyway, Biebs was a moment. Relentless came out. That was a good moment. Sorry, I just thought I'd redeem myself from earlier's.
You made up for it. You made it up.
There you go. So that's an absolute cracker. Stream Relentless everywhere by C. It is an absolute fucking, just like I said, it's a cracker, and you need to get it inside your ear hole. Both of your ear holes at the same time. That's stereo. It's good times. So the next one was Rihanna being named National Hero of Barbados. That is absolutely fantastic. I thought it was hilarious and amazing.
Good one.
Well, not really hilarious. It's just kind of like, wow, what the fuck? Like that's, I guess, yeah, it is kind of funny in a great way. So hats off to the Galdem. And then Britney Spears freed.
Oh, yeah. Good one. Yep. That's a great one. And now she's wilding on Instagram. Posting
she's gotten all the nudes. Emoticons are her bikini.
Yeah. She is hilarious.
She is letting it all hang out. So good on her. And everyone's pumped as fuck. So, Brit's getting her groove back. So she's getting her kid out, getting her groove back.
Love it. Here for it. All about it. All right.
Add on to the Justin Bieber thing.
Yeah.
He did the pop star music video.
That was last year?
This year.
No.
2021. Released 2021.
Fuck.
Was it a genuine thing?
Must have been early. Must have been.
So let's see when it was actually released.
That's hilarious. I was like, there's
I have
no
one
way.
more before you start, so if easy. If I can.
Yeah, of course.
So this is actually a personal one. I thought it was. I got a notification on my things. So I use Strava when I ride my bike, and I clocked over 3,100 Ks. It was sweet as.
That's a lot.
On the dirt, not like riding around town, but like just on the trails. So that's pretty keen. So my legs would have done fuck all.
No, you would have done even more than if you counted. If you counted like
there's a bunch of. That's right. Some of the city rides didn't. So it'll be it's over whatever. So 3K, pretty sweet with that.
That's great. No,
3,000
K, right?
3,000 kilometers, yeah.
Yeah, because you said 3K. I was like, okay, yeah, 3K. I love it. That's awesome.
3,000 K, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, beauty. I had mostly rap related. Almost all. This is why you can see where my mind's at. Almost every one of these has got to do with Kanye. So Kanye changing his name to Ye. That was pretty momentous.
True.
Exactly what Dan talked about. The Ye and Drake beef reignited because it got worse again. Then they squashed it, and then like a week later they're performing together. So that was pretty funny. Ye on Drink Champs because that was like he was being provocative.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
The Astro World thing, obviously, as a horrendous situation, and Squid Game, that being like a big cultural moment. You know how like start of the pandemic there was Tiger King would have been the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
And everyone was losing their shit over that.
Unfortunately.
So now I would say the Squid Game was the next one, which was just a fucking brilliant show.
Oh yeah, shows. I should add a couple. Spider-Man and Spider-Man and Attack on Titan. There you go.
Okay.
Those are two things.
Spider-Man and what?
Spider-Man and Attack on Titan. They're the two greatest.
That came out last year?
Well, the new season came out last year.
Okay.
And Spider-Man came out last year as well.
That is true, man. As we talk about Spider-Man.
So yeah.
I don't know if there's any other movie moments. Were there like any like
other than Spider-Man, I don't know if there's anything
that like everyone was like creaming.
Yeah.
Shit. I can't think of
anything. The best movies 2021.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything, and I was looking around for stuff. But
Don't Look Up, I guess, was big, but
that was big. But that was big like over Christmas.
King Richard was pretty big.
Oh, we never saw that.
I never actually saw it either, but it was pretty big. What else is there? There isn't much else. Swan Song we watched.
What was it in Swan Song about again?
It was Marshall Ali.
Oh, that shit. That shit was crazy.
It was interesting.
That was good.
It was good. But yeah, there was anything.
So it wasn't like any like big epic aside from Spider-Man,
I
which
think
was like the
honestly,
you know
that
like
was
all
the
the
biggest
Avengers
one.
stuff
Yeah.
that people cream over and shit.
I think that was the biggest one in terms of everything.
All right.
But yeah,
Okay. Beautiful.
good shit.
Well, that was
Nice.
our wrap up. That actually took shorter than I thought. I thought it would actually take a whole episode. So that was shorter than I thought. I feel like it was a pretty good list. You know, it was an interesting year last year. In many ways. You know, already first week. What date is it today? Or the 9th? So coming second week, we already lost another legend with Bob today. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not starting amazingly, but I guess that's how shit goes. Did I have anything else to yet? No, we went through all of the people who passed, so that's covered. We did the list. Was there any other things that we maybe didn't speak about that we want to touch on today? Or we could do the fun things with the underrated, overrated, and
To be honest, I
whatever.
thought this episode would be much longer as well.
Yeah,
So I didn't even.
Well, we didn't have
hear
to
it.
force it.
But we can try.
We could just make one up on the
make
spot?
one up on the spot.
So how do you normally do it then? Like, what's the?
What's my process? I either think of it just there and then, or I just search a bunch of shit, and it could be literally anything. It could be movies, music, anything.
Okay.
Go on my
So
list.
what do you know? Because you do one where we have 4 different artists, and then the 4 categories, like the most
Yes.
transcending and the best lyricist and all that type of stuff.
Let me find it for you.
And then we have then there was there was like the last thing. The last thing was like
Most
one's gotta go.
influential, best artist, best discography, most transcending. Or we can just relate it to 2021.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Easy.
Okay. So most influential artists in 2021. I think it's pretty obvious.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Must be.
I can't think of anyone else
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah.
Probably second might be either Drake or Adele, just because she hasn't been out for 5 years plus.
That's true.
Another moment I'm just remembering.
Yep.
When Kanye was doing the rollout, and the first time that we heard Jay on a Kanye album, on a Kanye song. In
When they played Jail
years.
for the
Yeah,
first
when they
time
played
at
Jail
the
the first
Atlanta
time.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
I
big
think
deal.
everyone was like, "What?"
Everyone's like, "What the hell?" Like,
yeah, that was good.
and I want to add Fivio's verse on Off the Grid. That was
Yeah, that was
insane.
disgusting. That was. Yeah.
And the
Mm.
baby stuff. That's another.
And which one?
The baby stuff.
Oh, the baby with the being cancelled from
Yeah,
homophobic
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
That's
Silly boy.
other things.
Silly boy. That's a good one. So most influential artist of 2021, we all agree.
Kanye.
Kanye, beautiful. Most
We can change this to best verse.
best verse or best lyricist. The only reason I don't think I could tell you like that verse was the one of 2021. Though I think one person we should consider would be Lil Wayne. Because I think Wayne did a whole bunch of like really good features
He
last
did a
year.
lot of good features. Yeah, I remember.
Like on that Sinister joint, he was disgusting.
He was so
I saw
good.
this video. I think someone made like a Twitter video, and they, because obviously all features are like 16 bars, so they're like 40 seconds, and they just put a whole bunch of his features from last year together in a video, and I was like, oh my fucking god, Wayne killed it.
Okay.
So I think he should be considered.
He should be considered. Fivio's verse should be considered, I think.
If you want to say verse of the year, I would say like maybe did Corday drop enough music to have to
He
be
dropped
considered like one of the best
little
lyricists?
3-pack. And he
Okay.
dropped a few singles as well.
Because the album was the year before, no?
What, the 3-pack or the actual album?
No, there was an album.
That was an album, was it? Didn't
There
it?
was an album. I
Oh,
remember.
there was. Okay.
Yeah, there definitely was, but I don't know if it's 2020 or not.
See what it is. Is it From a Bird's Eye View? Is that the
Yeah, I think so.
20? Oh no, that's brand new. That's not.
That's
not
the
released
3-pack?
yet. No, that hasn't been released yet. This one,
What's that one?
The Lost Boy, that came out in 2019.
Oh, fuck.
And then the
But he
one
dropped another one, I swear he did. No?
dropped.
Maybe I'm tripping balls then.
Where's the one with?
There was the one where he had there was like one that's like that sing-songy
Just Until
chorus.
EP.
Oh, it was an EP?
Yeah, just came out with a 4-pack.
Oh, maybe I was thinking about that then. Because there's one joint on that that's like the
There's
single.
Q-Tip. And there's a
Um,
song with Young Thug, and the other two are just him.
What are they called? Dreaming Color. That's the
Dreaming Colour.
joint.
Yeah,
And that was this year?
That was this year.
Okay, that should have also been in my top thing. I fucking love
That
that
was
song.
sick.
Okay, so best lyricist, other people. I mean, I think Nas needs to be talked about because he had King's Disease 2 and he dropped Magic EP at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be on that list. Who was I had somebody now I lost it. Fuck. I don't know if like Drake dropped anything memorable like as far as bars. Oh, I was gonna say like
7 a.m. and Bridal Path was
pretty cool.
He went in pretty much.
What about C on that Relentless album?
You are making up for it, Nosh. You are doing me proud.
Doing everything.
I think
coming through with the big dogs.
Well, that Notion dude, place I know that has some bars. You know, Notion, Two Hungovers about to hit 10,000 streams on Spotify, and that's you know,
that's a Diddy box.
That's some bars right there. What was the other Benny and Conway, or is that lazy to say though because they're just always
sick
bars? Maybe Russ.
I mean,
you can say Russ.
Russ had some.
Russ could be a good one. He had moments. Like those people that had good LA leakers, like J. Cole had a good LA leakers freestyle. So did Russ.
He did.
Yep.
Those both could go.
You could probably argue Freddie Gibbs maybe as well, as far as like, because he was always dropping
freestyles
and
always fire.
Yep.
Tyler,
great one.
Tyler had
great one. Can't forget that because he came back with the rap shit.
So good, yeah.
But just mad creative.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay,
that's good.
So this is best discography. I don't know how you would.
So what we should do? We should do best album and rank the 4 albums, but we have to choose among the top 5 that we chose.
Okay. Sorry. Maybe hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop.
Okay. So if we do...
We just need to choose the ones which we will happily remove, I think.
Okay.
And then we'll just use the remaining ones as the 4 we choose from.
So
we'll keep in Donda.
Donda, yeah. We can keep CLB. I think that's fair.
And the off season.
Yeah.
We'll keep that. We'll happily remove Heavy On. Unfortunately, well, not happily, but like, I'll remove it.
Maybe Relentless. No, we can't talk about that. I don't know. I just think King's Disease deserves to be in that. King's Disease 2, the nice and hip play.
It was good.
Might as well.
Okay, so CLB, Donda, off season, King's Disease.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
So if we're trying to say what the best
album was,
I mean, I think Donda, personally.
Okay.
Cole was cool. I don't think I listened to it more than twice though. CLB was cool. And King's Disease was pretty sick. They're all actually pretty solid albums to be honest. I think it's more just like which ones you liked best. There's no real answer here. I don't know. I probably just have to go Donda because I enjoyed that the best out of all of those albums. But to be fair, like King's Disease pretty close for me. Off season was definitely dope, but I don't know why. I just didn't really get back to it.
I would do off season number 1. I think I re-listened to the whole thing recently, and it was so good. Like, so good. And I guess I don't know. I listened to CLB again recently as well. It was so good. Like Donda's sick as well. I think off season number 1 definitely. And King's Disease last.
Oh, we're supposed to put them in order. Oh yeah,
but it's difficult anyway.
Donda's King's Disease, off season CLB. That's what I did. What did you put in those 3 or 4? Like in which order?
I didn't have. Yeah. I don't have it written down. I can't think. My brain doesn't work like that.
No, out of those 4 albums, what order would you put them in? So Donda, CLB, Off Season for J. Cole, and King's Disease 2.
Probably that order.
All right.
That's. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And the last one is most transcending. So like artist, maybe?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Kanye has to be.
Or
another one would be Tyler, though.
Yeah, I think it's between him and Tyler.
I think Tyler did really well last year.
Yeah.
The most artsy kind of. Well, I guess just a different kind of angle, anyway.
What does transcending mean? It means like it's they sort of.
I relate it to like progression.
Yeah.
Being different, I guess. I don't know. Like change is.
Like transcended their existing status and sort of maybe leveled up.
Yeah, I'd say Tyler personally.
I think Tyler's probably a very fair answer for that one.
He's the only artist out of all of them who's really, like, really rebounded. Like, changed so much in terms of what he was at the start to where he is now. I would say that he's probably the one who's transcended the most. Especially, even comparing the one that he dropped the year before, the Igor tape in comparison to Call Me Forget Us is still very different. Like, very, very different. So,
Yes. Yeah. He's like that Madonna thing. Did we ever talk about that on here? About how like certain artists change their entire shit every album? We do.
Oh, no.
No? Do you remember that note? I swear we talked about it. So like, no? So like, I was talking about Kanye, and he's one of the few artists who every single album has, like, if you see a picture of Kanye, you can be like, oh, that's from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy era. Or that's from 808's era, because he was, right. You know how, like, I think it was 808.
Get a style per album.
Exactly. Sonically and visually. So, like, you know, remember 808's had the glasses with the things, and he had the little rat tail. He had, like, the hair at the back.
Oh, my goodness, and the funny hair, yeah.
And then for, I don't know, I can't think, you know, this one, we talked about it before. He's had the boots and the racist white guy glasses and the hoodies and stuff, like. He had this look that's like consistent, and then didn't talk, and blah blah blah. Every album he did that. So not many other artists can do that well. Madonna was one artist who always did that. Kylie Minogue was an artist who always did that. Like often more pop. Probably someone like David Bowie would probably come into that category. That was the first one I said. Yes.
All right.
And then
Elton John.
I don't know enough about him, but potentially yes. I wouldn't be surprised.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I
did the role.
Couldn't tell you, but I'd probably be correct. So Tyler comes under that with all of his albums. If you look at all of them, they're all, you know, like this album now, he's got the fingernail paint and the dress that's all like weird and like old school but new school and kind of fashion model-y type shit with like, you know, really short jumpers and long pants and stuff and it's weird hats and stuff. Igor, he had this stupid blonde wig and was mostly singing. And then every album, I think there's that Flower Boy and I can't remember what else there was before. There was like Wolf and
he didn't drop anything before that, like for Flower Boy in years.
Right, because
so
he took some time.
He took like a lot of time off.
Well, there was Goblin and then Wolf. I think was the second one.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. I think Flower Boy
was
the
first.
He
did an album called Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb. That was it.
Yeah.
So they all had like different vibes to them. Then.
Yeah.
And you can picture it. So like, not every artist does that. Not every artist will have that rollout where they have the visual thing. Like it's really, I think it's hard to do unless you've got the full team to put all of that together to be like, all right, so for this album, this is how the artwork's going to be, and I'm going to dress like this like everywhere I go, and every appearance I'm going to dress like this, I'm going to be talking and everything. So it's like this character that you're playing that plays out the album. So I think that Tyler probably would be the fairest to say he would be the best for this.
Can I chuck in an honourable mention to Toby Nwigwe and his whole team? Because that Monumental tour, everything was like, those guys had the definition of like colour matching to their whole palette of stage, uniform, album cover, the whole shit was mint. As in the colour mint.
Oh,
you seen that shit?
No.
Bro, insane. Like they had grills with mint in it. Like it was fucked. Top to bottom, braids in the hair, babies, grown-ups, backup singers, older band, damn, like they had a full nationwide tour. If you follow him on Instagram, he's videoed the whole shit. It's ridiculous.
I've seen
Black
some
Thought
of these.
Co-signs him, Erykah Badu co-signs him, like
Royce.
Royce, everybody. Yeah, they did shows with, exactly. So that is a really good one. I actually just thought of that now because you mentioned the
color
synchronicities with the color palettes and the album cover and how they dressed. Shit, these guys absolutely smashed that in the face.
This looks expensive.
This is insane.
Yeah, look at it. It's crazy and such a random like mint
color. Yeah,
that's like who picks that for anything. The last time I saw mint was probably when I watched Beetlejuice. And the houses in that cookie cutter suburban sort of environment, every house is one color. That would be like one color of one of the houses.
We watched Beetlejuice sometime.
House.
I think last Christmas. It's a very weird movie.
Very weird. Yeah,
I watched that recently.
We must have been last.
No, I watched it with my mum recently.
Oh,
yeah.
We watched it somewhere. I thought we either watched it here or with Clover or something.
I watched it with Darren and my mum.
Oh.
I remember, and it was really weird.
Yeah, I watched it baked as.
I just didn't really get it. It was alright. Like, I didn't get the hype.
No, it was cool
Bloody
in the 80s. It was really cool in the 80s, but then you can't really watch it now. I don't like old movies anymore.
No, I don't know.
But that's fucking sick. I think that definitely should be some sort of a transcending or moment or something that's really, really cool. I love that. That's phenomenal. Okay, so there's that, and then we could wrap up with doing the exact same thing that we always do with the One's Gotta Go, but we could do them with albums that came out in 2021.
Yeah, okay.
So we could do CLB or Dahn. Which album's gotta go? I think you're the only one who has to think about it.
Yeah.
No, I imagine
True.
for you, CLB's gotta go?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, pretty much, because I listened to Donda more and I would probably still go back to it more. Even though CLB had some bangers, I'd pick Donda over. Yeah.
I listen to CLB more, but then I feel like Donda is like more iconic. I feel like without Donda, I don't know. I feel like without Donda, I feel like removing CLB there'll be less of an effect. But then if you were to remove Donda, I feel like removing Donda would be like
From the culture,
it would be like crazy. I don't know. I think it'd probably CLB because I feel like Drake could drop something better and then it would just be calm.
That'd be cool. Yeah, exactly. Love that. So then to keep with the last one, what about Off Season and King's Disease 2?
I would remove King's Disease. I think Off Season was excellent. I think it's top 3 J. Cole. So good.
I have to listen again.
So
That's a tough one.
What do you think?
That is a tough one. Shit.
I know, right?
I mean, I don't. Wow, that's gonna piss me off for the rest of the evening. I don't know what to. I'm just gonna call it a tie. No, one's gonna go. That's the whole name of the segment. Should I go Loyalty to the King, or should I just be like?
Which one did you
Girls
like more without listening to them?
I actually heard them both once, and I have no recollection of anything. So I'm just going off a bit of like. I don't know.
I think you would like Nas more.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
So J. Cole would go. I'd probably say Off Season's got to go too, but just because I guess King's Disease made a larger impact for me to be able to think about it at least. Love it. What else? Okay.
What about Smokewell Old Ghosts and Smokewell Mama?
Oof. Well, that Mama didn't come out in 2021.
Oh, it didn't come out in 2021, actually. Yeah, you're right. When did that come out?
October 2020.
Oh, shit.
And there's the new album, the new project he's just finishing up. Smokewell's finishing it. I think he sent a couple tracks over to Notion already, and I've been talking with Josh today about the cover art.
Okay.
He hasn't done that yet? Okay. He told me multiple times that he has, but Dylan smokes a lot of marijuana and drinks a lot of beer, so I love him to death. It's a funny thing. So you could probably do, if you wanted to be cunty, you could do Old Ghost versus Grateful, which is Notion's song. On the same project.
You guys would have to beef over that right now. You'd have to fight.
Oh, get rid of my joint. Old Ghost kills it. What do you mean?
I don't know.
My song's all about just bars and braggadocio, dumb cunt shit.
It's not a fair
Old Ghost
comparison.
It's not a fair comparison, but like if you picked mine, I'd have to kick
Okay,
you
I got a better idea.
tits.
Notion
Dick
Grateful
balls.
off Smokewell, or Notion Place I Know. How about that?
Depends if you like a little sing song or not.
What do you like more?
What do you like more?
I like So Grateful more, so Place I Know. No, actually, I don't know, man. Place I Know is more special because there's more people on the song that help to get it together. Like, you know, Black Keys from the UK produced it. I arranged it a little different to how he sent it, and then I got John Rosner on the guitar and then Megan Nora to sing on it with me. So that's probably actually my favorite. So I'll probably get rid of So Grateful because the other one had more beautiful minds on it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got a nice little singing melody. It's a more of a reachable song, but the other one seems to be revered with the hip hop head. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Go with the reach.
I just like Place I Know more. I like that kind of music more. Whatever you would call that, neo soul, like soulful hip hop, whatever, conscious rap.
Yeah.
Not that So Grateful isn't, but the style of the production I just prefer. And the melody's catchy and shit. Do you remember both?
I remember the Place I Know. Don't know the other ones well.
Fair enough. Okay, so we're all in agreement with that. What else? let's say. So I could do. I'm gonna try and do 2 songs off my album just to see. Okay, so the 2 most popular songs on the album. How about that? Let Justice Prevail and Too Hungover are the 2 most streamed songs on the album.
More streamed than Stay Awake?
Yeah, Stay Awake didn't do super good.
Wow.
People got mad because of the woke stuff, and they didn't listen to it because it's not talking about woke stuff. And to be honest, the woke shit kind of pisses me off lately too. So like, I wasn't talking about that specifically. It was just more of a term. But when I wrote the song, unfortunately for me, because the album took a while, the meaning of it kind of morphed over the last few years, and people are mad at it. So yeah, I think that it kind of shot itself in the foot. Unfortunately, it's one of those just like bad timing things. But yeah, if you actually check Spotify, I can pull it up real quick while we're talking and tell. I've almost got all the main songs at over 1,000 streams, and for someone like me, I never had like huge Spotify numbers or anything because I just didn't release a lot of music, you know. So trying to do that more. So yeah, the highest. Too Hungover's got 9,324 as of now. Oh shit, I'm lying. Second is Making a Move at 4,242.
Can you sort it up, mate? Does it let you?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Then there would be Tiffany Blue. It's got 3,700, and then Let Us Spell's got 3,200. Well, it used to be the highest. That's why. And then Wait Till Morning's at 1,400. I think that Relentless and Survivor at like 970, so they're almost about to hit. And I Got Next and Stay Woke are just like in the 700s or something. I Got Next is even less, I think, because it was the first single, but that's the next video, so that might bump it up a bit. And all the interludes have a lot less compared to the songs because they were put on playlists and shit. Okay. It's interesting to check that, but yeah. So say, okay, which two songs do you want to put them against each other just to even it out here? What do we do? I'm trying to put 2 similar-ish songs, so they're not like completely different. Like no, it's just 2 songs with completely different.
Similar songs, so maybe Let Justice Prevail and Survivor.
Okay.
Maybe. Both have like the hook with.
That's a tough choice.
With a male singer.
Yeah.
One's kind of reggae, but the other one's similar tempo.
Yeah. It's interesting. I really like Survivor. I like it a lot.
I mean, Survivor means more. Let Justice Prevail was the first song from the project, so that's super cool. And it was like collaborating with Caleb, and we all wrote the song together. It was a genuinely dope experience.
The music was sick as well. Yeah,
exactly. Everyone really came with that. But then Survivor was about that, and we had like cello and violin on it and stuff. I'm kind of sick of Let Justice Prevail because I heard it so many times. When you do the video, you start to like the song less, you know. And it was one of the earlier songs that was finished, so like I just heard it more over time. But then Nosh did like 8,000 mixes of Survivor, and I used to submit that a lot for the grants as well, so I also heard that a bunch. I don't know. I think people like Let Justice Prevail more. Yeah. For sure. Like, not even just because it's... Like, it got put on more playlists than Survivor did. That's how I base it off.
Right.
So, like, a bit of a quantitative look on it. So I'd probably say that. Let Justice Prevail is probably the one. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's any other things that we could quickly do. What about Silk Sonic or Lucky Days albums?
Silk Sonic. Or Lucky Days gotta go.
Lucky Days gotta go?
Yeah.
Nosh?
Probably say Silk Sonic could go because Lucky Days got a little more catalogue and a little more legs so far, so we can revisit that in the future, that exact same question. But for now, I'd go with Lucky because he's the man. So,
good one. I might have to say Lucky's got to go only because I think the Silk Sonic album is like every fucking song is like brilliant.
It's an absolute slap ting.
Yeah, and it's not even really that
enough.
Fair, to be honest. It's a different type of. It's a different. Lucky Days kind of probably more like independent rootsy R&B shit, whereas Silk Sonic's is bigger budget, one of the biggest pop stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not completely fair. I guess I was just trying to think of the ones that we all kind of liked and all heard a lot. Either way, anyway, we're at an hour and 10. I think we've kind of gotten the point. So that was our 2021 wrap-up episode. Man, that was fun. Sorry once again that we made y'all wait 2 weeks, and it was completely my fault. I just couldn't do I just couldn't do it. That last week after Christmas, it basically stayed at the family's house and just fucking I didn't get to do any of the things that I wanted to do. It was big floppy dick in the face.
Big floppy donkey dicks.
And unless you're into that, if you're into that, then,
I mean, whatever, no beasto, whatever, right?
No, well, yeah, the donkey dicks. Fuck, that's a whole other thing. Let's do the old thumbneasy here.
Just thummy, yeah.
And then we'll whoopsie. I pressed
Nice.
the wrong. You keep standing there like that with your nice Adidas jacket on, mate.
You stripy cunt is what I am.
You're the stripiest kind of fucking old time, mate. All right,
I'm the stripiest cunt on the internet, eh?
Boom. Where can everyone find you online?
Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At IllNote Studios on Twitter and Facebook. IllNoteStudios.com. NotionBeats.com. Fucking give me a shout, eh?
Fucking beauty. Daniel.
I Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter, and HGFGXMING on Instagram and Twitch. But I haven't uploaded because I'm re-evaluating my content, basically.
Right.
But yeah,
I respect it.
exactly. What about you?
Love it. You can get me at CEEFOR on Instagram and Twitter. Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, as always, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell,
Ding.
so you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media everywhere at The Mover Fam. And now, by the way, Spotify now has a rating system just like Apple Podcasts does. So you can rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Give us 10.
Or, well, if there's 10, or just do it from 2 accounts. That would be even better.
There you go. There you go.
Rate us on Spotify. Rate us on Apple Music. It really helps because, we've already been, I think we talked about it a bunch. We've been hitting the charts. I think the latest country is Dominican Republic. We hit the top.
Ooh, DR in place.
Yeah. We're doing pretty well with a bunch of countries that we never would have
Fairly
thought.
keen.
Barbados was the other one, Portugal, a couple of other ones. So, yeah, man, if you guys are enjoy the content, definitely hit that 5-star. That helps us a shit ton. We were going to take these 2 weeks off because Dan was supposed to be in the UK because graduation got cancelled again because of COVID. So I don't know if this cunt's ever going to fucking graduate, but we shall see. It's just it sucks. It sucks. It's really fun.
Maybe 25 or something.
You're right. Jesus Christ. Well, hopefully that happens sometime soon at least. So that's why we end up taking that time off. We didn't really tell y'all. We probably should have, but is what it is. I've just been fucking out of it. So, Mads are back in business. We'll see you. This episode drops, or all the episodes drop every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to keep that coming. No reason that we can't in the near future. So if there's any changes, we'll let y'all know. Until then, fucking get a dog in ya.
Yeah.
See you next week. Dog up, ya.
Wolf. This is
Wolf,
a dog.
wolf, dog. That's
This is you. Get up, yeah.
dog. Listen to Notion. Get a dog. Pee.
Up your bum.